There are too many jokes about you reading that book on the beach on your honeymoon too, Ann. But so Ayub, do you have any color you want to add here?
Yeah, I can add to the QR code story. And again,
Yeah.
love this story about the beach. But so QR codes, as Carrie mentioned, 30 years ago they were introduced, right? The premise of them was quite simple but powerful if you think about it. A scan can essentially give you numerous amounts of data, surpassing kind of any code of its kind. And so when you fast forward to today, you see with the omnipresence of mobile devices, their ability to scan codes anytime, anywhere, the widespread adoption has really picked up, right? And so in 2023, we even saw retail and CPG companies using QR codes 88% more often. And so why were they doing that, right? It was this effort to get more information, to connect with consumers more. So instead of traditionally facilitating transactions or transactional events like concert tickets or scheduling of doctor's appointments, you see this shift, and this is kind of where 2D barcode fits in this of, hey, we want to connect with our consumers. We want to give them an experience that they haven't been able to have with our 1D barcode. And an interesting fact about that as well, than a 2D barcode, you actually get 20 times more points of data, or characters, I should say. So you're at 7,089 characters of information compared to 20 in a traditional 1D barcode. So it's kind of neat how all these
Wow.
nuances are happening.
And just for the audience too, because we've said a lot, we've said traditional barcodes, we said QR code, you just said 2D barcode. What is the difference between a 2D barcode and a QR code too for the audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you think about QR codes, quick response codes, right? They're two-dimensional barcodes. They're just often you see them in square shape. They have high data capacity. They're typically landing you somewhere like using applications like marketing, mobile payments, information sharing. Whereas 2D barcodes, they actually are GS1 enabled barcodes is what Bitly provides, and they store information both horizontally and vertically. So they
Oh,
hold more data than those traditional 1D barcodes. And so they can be used in many different industries for tasks, including tracking, identification, logistics, and they require a more sophisticated scanner that can scan both horizontally and vertically, as I mentioned. So they're more often used in commercial or industrial settings.
awesome. Okay, so yeah, so let's go into that then. So like, what are some of the benefits or efficiencies of QR codes and 2D barcodes for a retailer or CPG that we're just now starting to see them try to capitalize on because of the ability to collect and understand more information?
Yeah, Chris, some of the things that we're seeing and just kind of backing up Ayub's difference between 1D barcodes, 2D barcodes, we're bouncing around a lot of terms here.
Yeah.
There's several different types of two-dimensional barcodes. So to the point that, we're encoding on both axes with a 2D barcode. The QR code is what most of us are most familiar with. It's, the box that has kind of the three little boxes in the corners. There's a couple of other types of 2D barcodes as well. What we're looking at GS1 is a standard called GS1 Digital Link, and I mentioned that part of what Bitly is offering is a QR code with that GS1 Digital Link standard. That's really the beauty of mashing together the number that we have in a UPC barcode today with the full functionality of a QR code. And so starting to see, back to your question now, in CPG and in retail, some of the things that we can enable there is you're still going deep at point of sale because you've got that number that's in the UPC, but then you've got the potential for more information. So things like batch or lot code, expiry date, so you could potentially stop something that's recalled or expired from going out of your store. If there's something with a short shelf life left, if you think about dairy or bakery or one of those departments where you've got a pretty quick shelf life on those things, being able to do on-demand discounting for something that maybe is expiring in a day or two. So there's a lot of benefits to retail in making this transition into a machine readable code that has all of that information in one place that then the retailer can choose to unlock different experiences on the back end.